Just as we were settling into September, Mother Nature sent a wintry postcard, one that caught everyone by surprise. While most of us were still clinging to the last warm days of summer, Colorado's high country was already getting a taste of winter's magic. On September 5th, Pikes Peak, one of Colorado's most iconic mountains, was blanketed in a fresh layer of snow. The sight was nothing short of breathtaking. A shimmering white cap atop the rugged peak, standing out against the early autumn landscape below. The summit was completely transformed into a winter wonderland overnight. Snow clung to every rock and crevice, and the sky above was painted a dramatic moody gray, making the scene feel almost otherworldly. It was as if winter had arrived months ahead of schedule, skipping right over fall. The landscape looked like something straight out of a holiday movie, sparkling snow, crisp air, and a sense of magic in the atmosphere. But this wasn't a film set or a postcard, it was real life, and it was happening weeks before anyone expected. For winter lovers and outdoor enthusiasts, this early snowfall was more than just a pretty sight. It was a signal, the unofficial start of the countdown to ski season. Skiers and snowboarders began dusting off their gear, dreaming of fresh powder and the adventures to come. There's something special about the first snowfall of the season. It always feels like a fresh start, as if the world has been wiped clean and made peaceful and new. The untouched snow on the slopes and forests near Pikes Peak created a serene, almost magical atmosphere. Social media lit up with excitement as locals and visitors alike snapped photos of the snowy peak. People shared their awe and hopes for a snowy winter ahead, filling feeds with images of the transformed landscape and stories of their own snowy adventures. This wasn't just a weather event, it quickly became a community celebration. Neighbors gathered outside in their winter coats, kids built the season's first snowmen, and families enjoyed autumn barbecues with a snowy backdrop, laughing at the unexpected twist in the weather. The snow brought together skiers, snowboarders, hikers, and mountain lovers of all kinds. There was a shared sense of anticipation and joy, as everyone looked forward to the adventures that the coming months would bring. It's a gentle reminder that, even as we rush through our busy lives, the seasons keep turning. Each change brings new opportunities for adventure, reflection, and connection with nature, and with each other. The early snow on Pikes Peak is a beautiful kickoff to autumn, blending the golden hues of fall with the sparkling white of winter. It's a rare and stunning sight that reminds us just how unpredictable and beautiful nature can be. So, whether you're a fan of summer, fall, or winter, there's something magical about moments like these. And that's the latest from your neck of the woods. Snow in September might sound early, especially if you're used to waiting until late fall or even winter to see those first flakes. But in the high country, the rules are a little different, and the mountains have their own unique schedule. For Pikes Peak, one of Colorado's most iconic summits, early snow is not just normal, it's expected. This mountain is famous for catching the first hints of winter, long before the rest of the region even thinks about pulling out their coats. As a 14er, standing over 14,000 feet tall, Pikes Peak's summit sits in a world of its own. Up here, the air is thinner, the wind is sharper, and the temperatures are much colder than the city of Colorado Springs far below. For every 1,000 feet you climb, the temperature drops by about 3 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. That means while people in the city might be enjoying a sunny, warm September day, the summit can be shivering in freezing temperatures with snow swirling around. Pikes Peak's impressive height allows it to create its own weather systems. The mountain acts like a giant catcher's mitt, grabbing passing clouds and moisture from the air. As the moist air rises and cools, it often turns to snow, even when the valleys below are still basking in late summer warmth. Early snow isn't rare here, in fact it's almost a tradition. Flakes can start falling as early as late August or the first weeks of September, dusting the rocks and alpine meadows with a sparkling white coat. When Pikes Peak gets its first white cap, it's more than just a pretty sight. It's a signal to the entire Rocky Mountain region that the seasons are changing and that winter is quietly making its approach. The mountain's altitude is the secret behind this early transformation. As the first cold fronts of the season sweep across Colorado, Pikes Peak is often the first to catch them, turning chilly rain into snow high above the plains. In many ways, Pikes Peak acts as a natural weather station. Its ever-changing summit gives us a sneak peek at what's coming, offering clues about the winter ahead before most people have even thought about snow tires. So while early snow on Pikes Peak might surprise visitors or hikers, for the mountain itself, it's just business as usual. It's simply following its own ancient rhythm, shaped by altitude, weather, and the unique climate of the Rockies. Winter is on its way, and Pikes Peak is leading the charge, reminding us that in the high country, the first snow is always just around the corner. What's happening at the top of America's mountain? It's cold. Temperatures at Pikes Peak summit are hovering around freezing, even dipping lower at night. These are perfect conditions for snow to fall and stick. The forecast calls for more rounds of snow, especially overnight, with several more inches possible. Daytime might bring a wintry mix, but the mountain is steadily building its early snowpack. Each storm adds another layer, slowly dressing the peak for winter. Strong winds create deep drifts, making the summit a dynamic, ever-changing landscape. If you're planning a trip up, check conditions. Weather can shift in an instant. A sunny base can mean a snowstorm at the top, and roads may close due to snow or ice. But for those who make it, the view is a stunning preview of winter's arrival. Pikes Peak is already embracing the chill. Let's embark on a journey to compare three iconic mountains: Pikes Peak, Breckenridge, and Taos Ski Valley. Each of these peaks tells a unique story, shaped by their location, elevation, and the changing seasons. As we explore their differences, we'll see how geography and climate create distinct personalities for each mountain, even though they all belong to the same majestic range. Pikes Peak, standing tall at over 14,000 feet, is already crowned with a blanket of snow. Its towering elevation and unique position on the front range mean it often catches the first storms of the season. The summit glistens white, a beacon visible for miles, signaling the arrival of winter before most other peaks have even felt a chill. Breckenridge, about 1,000 feet lower than Pikes Peak, is still holding on to autumn. Here the aspen trees are ablaze with gold, their leaves shimmering in the crisp mountain air. The slopes remain untouched by snow, and the town below buzzes with hikers and bikers enjoying the last days of fall. The anticipation of winter is in the air, but for now, the landscape is painted in warm, vibrant hues. The air is brisk, invigorating, and the ground is a patchwork of green grass and brown earth. Trails wind through forests where leaves crunch underfoot, and the scent of pine mixes with the earthy aroma of fallen leaves. It's a time of transition, where summer's energy lingers, but winter's promise is just around the corner. Farther south, Taos Ski Valley in New Mexico rises to over 12,000 feet. Despite its impressive elevation, its southern latitude means it holds on to warmth a bit longer. The sun shines brightly and the air feels softer, carrying the last whispers of summer even as the calendar turns toward fall. In Taos, people are still enjoying sunny late summer days. The meadows are lush and green, and outdoor enthusiasts take advantage of the lingering warmth to hike, bike, and explore. There's no sign of lasting snow yet, just the gentle anticipation of change. Geography and elevation shape each mountain's story, creating a tapestry of climates and experiences. From the high, exposed summit of Pikes Peak to the golden forests of Breckenridge and the sun-drenched slopes of Taos, each mountain is a world of its own. Pikes Peak stands as a snowy beacon, Breckenridge is preparing for its turn, and Taos is savoring the last moments of autumn. Together, they showcase the incredible diversity of the Rockies, where a single day can bring three different seasons to life. This striking contrast highlights why Pikes Peak's early snow is so special. It's a preview of what's to come for the rest of the range, a reminder that winter always begins somewhere, and here, it starts at the top. It's the first chapter in the Rockies' winter story, a signal that soon, the entire landscape will be transformed. The snow will creep down the slopes, covering forests and valleys, and turning the mountains into a winter wonderland. Soon, the snow will spread to the other peaks, blanketing Breckenridge and eventually reaching Taos. Each mountain will take its turn, embracing the cold and the beauty of winter. For now, Pikes Peak leads the way, standing as a symbol of change and the enduring spirit of the mountains. The season's transformation has begun, and soon, all three mountains will be united under a blanket of snow, each telling its own chapter in the grand story of the Rockies. In Breckenridge, the excitement for winter is building, but snow hasn't arrived yet. Nights are chilly, but it's still sweater weather, not snowmaking weather. The resort team is ready, watching the forecast and waiting for a cold snap to fire up the snow guns. Opening day is set for early to mid-November, relying on both natural and man-made snow. For now, Breckenridge is all about autumn, brilliant aspen colors, hiking, and mountain biking. But beneath the fall beauty, anticipation grows. ski shops are stocking new gear, and locals are doing their snow dances. The difference in elevation gives Pikes Peak a head start, but Breckenridge's time will come. When winter hits, the transformation will be swift and spectacular. Until then, the town waits, dreaming of powder days ahead. The countdown is on, just ticking a bit slower here. Soon Breckenridge will join the winter celebration. Down in Taos Ski Valley, New Mexico, winter still feels far away. The weather is perfect for fall activities, sunny, mild, and green. Taos aims to open around Thanksgiving, knowing real snow usually comes later. While a light dusting might hit the highest peaks, lasting snow in September is rare. The resort is quietly preparing, tuning lifts, prepping snowmaking, and hiring staff. For now, the vibe is relaxed, with summer activities still in full swing. The difference in latitude means Taos gets winter later than Pikes Peak, which is 350 miles north. Each mountain has its own timetable for winter's arrival. While Pikes Peak is already in winter mode, Taos is savoring autumn's last days. The Rockies' weather diversity is on full display. Taos is content to wait for its grand snowy entrance. Seeing snow on Pikes Peak sparks one big question. Can you ski yet? Not quite. Pikes Peak isn't a ski resort, but this early snow is a great sign for the real ski areas like Breckenridge and Vail. Early storms often hint at a snowy winter ahead, getting skiers and snowboarders excited. Shops see more business, resorts sell more passes, and the whole winter sports community gets a boost. Even non-skiers can enjoy the sight of snow-capped peaks against autumn skies. It's a time of transition. Hike through golden aspens below, then visit a snowy summit above. This early snow is a promise of the fun and adventure to come. The season is almost here. With Pikes Peak already snowy, ski resorts are racing to open. Arapahoe Basin and Keystone often compete to be first, sometimes opening in October. Early snow motivates teams to prep snowmaking systems and get ready for guests. Opening a resort takes more than a storm. They need sustained cold for snowmaking. Crews work around the clock to build a solid base, focusing on key runs. Once the base is set, they wait for natural snow to expand terrain. Early storms can be game changers, letting resorts open more trails. The excitement is building. Watch for opening day announcements and early season deals. As the snow line creeps lower, anticipation grows. The party is about to start. The first flakes of the new winter season have fallen, painting Pikes Peak white. It's more than a weather event. It's a feeling of anticipation and excitement. Pikes Peak's early snow sets the tone for the Rockies, signaling winter's approach. Soon, the snow line will drop, reaching other peaks and finally the towns below. Each storm brings us closer to ski season's grand opening. This early snow fuels dreams of powder days and cozy nights by the fire. The journey to winter has begun with a beautiful surprise. Keep your eyes on the peaks, more snow is on the way. Whether you ski or just love winter's beauty, this is a special time. See you on the slopes soon.